we realize that this country, like countries around the world, that the overwhelming majority of the people are good. But a lot of them are misinformed. So it's important that we go around and we talk to people, that when you hear of some injustice taking place, that you stand up and say, this is wrong. We cannot allow this to happen. And too many people stand by the sidelines. We need to treat people with dignity and respect. And if you really believe that, you need to do something about it. You cannot remain silent, because that silence is heard loud and clear. And that silence is what you see right here. Who speaks for them? Who speaks for these people? Their mothers and fathers are still waiting for their children to come home. Did they remarry? Did they get lost? Are they in a hospital? Are they in prison? We need to speak out, because that social change begins with us. Each one of us needs to participate in that process. These are not people that should be dying. These people all had a dream for a better life, and they've ended up here, and their parents are still waiting for them to come back home. John Doe if it's a man or a little boy, Jane Doe if it's a woman or a little girl. And these are real people. They didn't decide to be born poor. And it's the world institutions, the governments of various countries that forced this situation. The United States is a country which has good people, like Iraq has good people and Mexico has good people. All countries have good people. But the policies of these governments sometimes lead to this. In the case of the United States, the North American Free Trade Agreement made the poor people poorer, and these are the people that are crossing today. They don't qualify for visas. The two biggest myths that are out there. Number one, why don't those people, why didn't they just get in line? I have nothing against immigration. They should just get in line. Well, the thing is, there is no line. There is no line for them to get into. Don't you think they would rather pay some sort of a duty, go to the visa office, get a visa, and come into this country in that manner? There used to be a Statue of Liberty and an island that welcomed people. That doesn't happen anymore. You know, the Statue of Liberty and that Ellis Island is now called Operation Gatekeeper, the wall of shame or the wall of death. And people are forced to go around that wall, and this is where many of them end up, at the Holtville Cemetery. It's very sad. So get in line. There is no line. And if there was a line, the people would get into it. The other myth, but it's the law. These people should have followed the law. Well, there's other laws that we've had in our history in this country. Child labor, that was the law. Kids were forced to work, that was the law. Women could not vote. There's people watching this where their grandmothers were not able to vote because women could not vote. And the worst one of all in this country and in the world, slavery. That was the law of the land. But somebody had to stand up and say, but it's immoral.